Welcome to the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. You're watching the show. We are recording it. You know me. I'm, of course, KG Kris Gardner. And with me are two of my brothers from the Let's Raid Coogs family. Dayon Dunlap, how you doing, young fella?
All is well, man. Kids healthy. I'm healthy and free. Life is good, man. How about you guys?
Excellent. I'm doing great, too. And with us as well, alum hooper extraordinaire, Fluff McKiver. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I missed you guys, man. I haven't seen y'all in a long time. Just excited to start talking about the season and what we got going.
Fluff, you looking a little slim.
Trying. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
But yeah, Fluff is here. We're going to talk about that shirt you wearing there, brother. So let's get into that good news right there. First things first. Oh, well, hold on. My fault. I got to do this. You're watching the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, Throwback Thursday style. The Takeover is part of the BS3 Network family. You can watch it on YouTube as well as part of the BS3 Network. Go to bs3network.com and let me do this as well so everybody knows what I'm talking about. BS3network.com or BS3TVlive.com. All right, Fluff. Now, brother, catch us up to speed. Let's chop it up. Let's go.
Hey, man. So, we talked in the past about sponsorship and my kids fighting for that. And I want to give a big shout out to the New York Lightning for giving us the olive branch for two teams and a group of our players that have to play on the highest platform. We just came from the Peach Jam in Augusta. Robert McKiver Jr. played very well. Talon Malcolm played very well out there. And, the whole team, it was just a great experience. And, here we are. Sometimes, they say the tongue is powerful. And I remember talking to my brothers and telling you guys that we was fighting for that. And now, we have it at the highest level.
What
Peach.
you what you? Sorry, my bad, Chris. But what from seeing P Jam, all the talent out there? What's a few things that maybe you picked up or just have learned because you've been in that AAU space or grassroots space for so long? But like you seeing that platform, the best platform. What were some of the things that stuck out to you, learn, or what you see from the talent wise, or just all those different kind of things?
Well, for me, sometimes, we all see local tournaments. We all see tournaments in our area. And, the coach that's coaching, and they say, hey, man, he crazy as ever, man. What he yelling at the kids for, man? What's wrong with him? He yelling at the kids. You know what I mean? Yo, he don't need to be around the kids, man. He too much, man. They only kids, right? And when you get out there, everybody's like that. So it's a breath of fresh air, not about yelling at the kids, but
But just
it's a
pushing them,
breath of fresh
challenging
air
them.
to get out there and know that everybody that's there want the best and the most out of the kids. And that's what was refreshing. And I learned a lot. A lot of those guys are trying to get college jobs. A lot of those guys are trying to move up in their profession and what they're doing. And so am I. And it was great to learn from a lot of those guys out there. And the talent is
Yeah.
impeccable.
And so what team, how old is the team you're coaching right now?
So right now at the Peach Jam, I coach the class of 32 team. Next year I'll be coaching the class of 33 team and also assistant coach on the class of 32 team. Um, and that's rising. That's sixth grade and seventh grade team next year.
You said little
Or this
fluff
follow
played.
this coming up here.
You said little fluff played well. How gratifying was for him to step on that stage and be prepared to excel from all the work that y'all put in.
Well, to be honest, and dads don't like to admit this, and coaches don't like to admit this, but I found myself being more nervous for him than he was.
Sure.
I couldn't show him, but man, I was nervous as hell. Not wondering was he at that level, but more of like, man, I just really hope he perform out here at this level. And man, he gave me a look before the game, the first game, like, what's wrong with you? So, you know, I asked him before the game. He always tell me every a favorite quote of his before the game. I always say, "Yo, man, you ready, man? Smoke out here. Yo, it's time to get it. It's another game, Dad. Another day at the office." So, I tell him that on a regular day, and he told me that when we was out there at the Peace Jam, and it was very gratifying. Sometimes when we coaching our kids and we fathering them, we try to hide our joy, but I'm learning to do that more. Very, very gratifying to see him play at that level and play, very well.
Did you get any feedback from folks about his performance? How he did? How he looked?
Yeah, a couple of sites posted him. A lot of teams asked for him. A lot of teams are asking for him. But we about loyalty. We about um, doing things the right way. The New York Lightning gave us the opportunity, so that's what we're gonna roll with.
Fluff, have y'all done the test of how tall he might get?
They say 6'2". They say 6'2".
That's tall enough.
But we
Oh
might
yeah.
we might fall we might fall short to 6 feet. But I promise this, he'll be like Allen Iverson, but more of a point guard.
Yeah, if you can hoop, you can hoop. So yeah.
Hey, to talk, might dive into it. Sharp got drafted 6'2" at the two guard.
So yeah, let's get into that because we touched on it last week about the Cougs who did get drafted, and your thoughts. You brought up E-Man right there. Were you surprised that Emanuel Sharp got drafted?
I won't say I was surprised that he got drafted, but I was surprised he got drafted. If that makes sense, meaning like I know he got the ability, but I just didn't think that they thought he would go that high. You know what I mean? Go in the second round. I knew he would get some summer league and some undrafted opportunities for sure, but it was a great sight to see. I mean, we were texting during the draft, and that was good to see. I was in the gym working out, and I seen that they was actually playing against each other tonight. Ooze and Sharp was playing it tonight, Sacramento in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
They played tonight, so I think Ooze is averaging about 8, 5, and 4. Sharp was playing pretty well, so yeah, 3 Coogs got drafted. It's a win.
Were you surprised that Milos didn't get drafted?
No, I wasn't surprised that Milos didn't get drafted. Of course, we wish that he did, but
Sure.
you know, um, just performance. You know what I mean? And the thing that kids and college players all over the world, you have to perform. And there were some moments, some pockets in the season where he didn't. We know he has the capability of playing at that level, but you know, gotta just keep going.
One thing that stood out to well, I ain't gonna say it stood out to me, but I just realized with Emmanuel getting drafted as Coach Sampson and company can sell. Not only can when you develop you on a one and done, but you can stay here 4 years and we can develop you and get you drafted. So they have different recruiting and development points that they can sell to players when they're going out and recruit in a sense. So we can develop you 1 year, look, even going back to quitting, develop you, transfer here, 2 years here, and get you there. So I think they shown as a staff that they can develop you, whether it's 4 years, 2 years, 1 year. And I think that's only going to propel them to continue to recruit. I don't want to say higher level talent, but I would say more notoriety talent coming out of high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Go
that's
ahead, Fluff, because I want to get down because we. I'm not sure your thoughts on what we're going to bring up momentarily, but go ahead, Fluff. Go ahead and say what you're going to say about what Deon just mentioned.
uh, is that's a good point. I think we need to get over the hump and get maybe 2 5 stars one year. We just got one last year. I think Kingston was a 4. But if we can ever get 2 at a time, that'll
Well,
be
remember
great too.
Isaiah was a 5 star too, so we had to.
Isaiah who?
Harwell.
Harwell. the transfer to Gonzaga now. that young fella.
Hey, I'm
He
just
said
saying.
it's a different type of show.
I
He
mean,
said it's
yes,
a different type of
but
show. So
Hey,
technically,
here
Dean's
we
right.
go.
Technically,
Here we
he's
go.
right.
right.
He said this a little more third wardish.
Nah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
for sure. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah,
I didn't. That's my first time on.
We
But he
keep
said
it
this is a little more third wardish.
nah,
So,
for sure.
so
For sure.
come on,
yeah.
man. Isiah, who? Yo,
Nah, with you.
I won't because I'm not a chatty patty. But put it like this. Put it like this. I seen him. I seen him. I seen him run from smoke from people who don't even play on the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay. So in person.
sure. I understand what you're saying. So this coming. Well, let's pause right there. Put a pin in that because we're going to talk about the upcoming squad in a minute. But let's talk about Chris Cenac going late first round,
28.
28. Your
Yeah.
thoughts on and give me both sides, your perspective on it, because then I'm going to flip it around to get what y'all think about what I say.
Well, I think he should have came back to school when we was doing the podcast earlier in the year, and we go back to the shows. I might have said it 15 times that he need to come back to school.
Right.
So, it's two sides to it. If he wants the money, do we have a number?
For 28?
No. Do we have a number of what he wanted to come back?
Oh,
Ballpark?
ballpark, I'm going to probably more than what he got with Boston. So that's $3 million this year. So more than that.
He wanted 4.
So let's just say that.
Let's just say 3.5.
Okay, let's say it. Yeah, put it out there like that.
He wanted 3.5
Or
million.
I'll answer it like this. JT Toppin was getting $4 million from Texas Tech to come back. So we'll say it like that.
So we'll say 3.5. Because he on the
So let's do
third
that.
top.
Yeah. Yeah.
3.5.
Well, see, this is where it gets tricky. See, when it get like that, we got to go, where did we finish at last year? Sweet 16 or the 8?
Yep. 316.
Sweet 16. We finished in the Sweet 16 the year before we played in the national championship game.
Right?
Ooze and Sharp came back, and they probably got 1.5?
Around there. Between 1 and 1.5. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
1 and 1.5,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
They came off a national championship run. You're saying that you're gonna add 2 more million to a guy that they're saying falling in a draft that kind of needs to come back. So it's different when you kind of need to come back. So in my book, I think he's a 2.7, 2.8. Now, if they didn't want to give him the 2.8, that's shameful if they didn't want to give it to him. But I don't think he's 3.5 plus.
So what if now Chris, correct me if I'm wrong.
You agree with that, Chris, or no? You think
I agree
you
with
think he's
No,
3.5?
I agree with you, but go ahead,
No,
D.
no, I agree with you too. But I'm wondering, is it more of a sense of they didn't want to give it to him, or they didn't have it to give it to him?
Wow, that's where Chris is
See,
going.
yeah, that's where I'm
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Is didn't have it.
Okay.
Because everybody heard Coach Sampson say it. He had to walk it back, saying when he first said, he said we're poor. Remember, he said that. He took a lot of heat for that we're a poor program, poor athletic program, and then he backtracked a little bit and kind of added to it the point he was saying, in terms of recruiting, in terms of retention, compared to other programs, compared to big time programs, more established blue bloods, teams that have been Power 4 longer than UH. Because we're all alums here. we've only been Power 4 3 going on 4 years. So it's been a long. We're not making $30 million a year, okay, till really this year. So I think when Coach Sampson said that, it was an indication of we don't have the money to go get all these 5 stars and go get somebody. I'm not gonna say a name, but y'all can figure it out. Another 5-star who's at a Big 12 school this coming year. Players like that. So I believe, and I won't go into details because I don't know all the specific money, but I truly do believe, and I kind of have an inkling. Y'all know me, and folks who are watching us on YouTube kind of know who we all know, that in terms of retention, we don't have it. There's a limit for us to pay players and retain them. And I don't believe we met Chris's price. Now, you could say Chris had his mind set on going in the first round. He was one and done. I mean, he said it when he got drafted, his press conference. Yeah. He was one and done. It was his goal, his plan when he signed UVA to be one and done. Even though we all saw it, we saw in the mock drafts, he was falling in the mock draft. He wasn't lottery pick, projected. He was in the 20s.
And he got picked basically where they said he was at.
So yeah, so he so set on staying in the draft because
I think it was an ego thing.
Was it ego thing, or partially. Was it they weren't going to meet his price? They could meet his price.
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly.
See, that's the thing. Yeah,
I think it's a little bit of both. But I think if you come with the money, and I'm just thinking, I don't know, I hadn't spoke to him, but like you said, I think he did have that mindset. I'm one and done. I'm the number one center coming in. Kingston came in. He going out. I want to go out. I think some of that had something to do with it too. But if they come with that
Who wanted
bag,
to
like,
go
hey,
out today?
Chris Cenac.
Want to go out to the draft?
To the draft. When you wanted to go out to the draft. When I'm thinking like if they come with like, hey, this is what they saying, Coach Sam, like I talked to some coaches, this is where you project it. We got the money, then I think it's a different story. Cause I remember watching when they was going on their I don't want to say tour, but different places talking to alums about trying to get them to reach out money. He mentioned the budget of UConn and a couple other schools and how much they spend. He
right.
was like, we want to win the national title. I'm paraphrasing,
Do we?
but we don't have that money. And so I think it's like, yeah, I mean, they can sell like we'll develop you. So do you want to like, dang, I get on the back end, I can get better. So I think it's different things. What would you say to that, Chris? If they recruit, I would say, one of your players in your state within the Fluff factory, when they like, hey, we ain't got the money, we can give him this, but we're gonna develop him and he can get it on the back end if he come back. What would be your advice?
Exactly.
Okay.
See, that's Fluff's point. Go ahead, Fluff.
That's my point is if it's my son, I'm saying we're gonna take less to where we're already comfortable, but we don't have to learn new positions. We don't have to really learn new plays.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the less, and now all the scouts are kind of coming here like just for me, and I'm gonna take that route and then become a wealthy man in the difference of maybe 11 months.
And
I agree.
we're not criticizing Chris for his choice, not at all. I think it could be ego part of it. He wanted to stay, be one and done. But I think it is, like Dan kind of said, I think it's a little bit of both. If all things been equal and the money was near their price or whatever, then maybe he would have said, hey, yeah, I'm going to come back, because he could have now, of course, it would have changed recruiting else it probably would have, that would have impacted Dorico Gillespie. He probably would not have come in, would have trickled down to the rest of the roster. But my overall thing for bringing it up, and I hope Fluff is still there, is because I really want to get his take on this as well. Because me and Dan and Andy have started talking it and going to hammer it over and over again. Is what is it going to take for more money to come into the program?
That's a $1 million question. No pun intended. But man, we kind of talked about this last week. Different things that they can do internally, but taking that aside, with different things that they can do on the outside, and which I think they took the right approach with Eddie Nunez, if he kind of spearheaded that experience of going out and talking to alums, is going out to being able to reach new people and let them know, like, hey, we having a success, but we need the help. So maybe that's it, Chris. I mean, of course, we talked about things internally that they can do to kind of create more revenue and create more notoriety, and can continue to reach more people, and make the brand more national. But maybe it's getting out there and letting people know, like, hey, we need the help
Yeah,
financially. Like, we need it.
Fluff. What do you think? What is it going to take to get more money, more people, more big time donors to contribute to the Cougs athletic program, men's hoops specifically, but overall athletic program?
I think there's some legends. I think there are about three legends who, if they were more boisterous about the program, we get a lot more done. And those three are these guys: Nance, the broadcaster. What's his name?
Okay, Jim Nance.
Jim Nance, Akeem Olajuwon, and Clyde Drexler. If they were
Okay,
more boisterous about the program on a regular basis, now when we make it to the Final Four and everybody comes jumping around all the time, we would be because if Duke ever struggled with getting players or whatever it is, money, whatever, Christian Laettner and Bobby Hurley would just come back and just do more. But that's another discussion on what's their role. If you see, like, a lot of people are going and becoming GMs at these schools.
Yep. I've seen
yeah,
that a lot. Yep.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah,
we
it's
need
really
one of
good. That's a
our old
good point right
alumni
there.
to be a GM. Because who's the
Yeah.
GM now?
Oh, Sam?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool, but it's just like, what if Akeem Olajuwon was GM?
You
Right.
know, you know,
Or just his name was in that role. Even if he didn't even. No, I agree with you right there. That's a great point. I didn't even thought about this, love.
Or
But just
Jim
say,
Nance, even
well,
if they're
well,
not even doing the job, you just go on ESPN, you say, oh, Jim Nance
right.
is the Jim Nance is the
Jim
GM
Jim
now.
Nance started. This started last year. They
Yeah.
started the Jim Nance Leadership Fund Club group, so that has begun to generate money,
Yes.
and it's so that is a start. So Jim has put his name on that, and it's a different tier of giving to athletics. So you're on point with that. That's working.
Yep.
They need to keep
You were
doing it.
sleeping on me with that. You didn't think I was coming with that.
No, no. I mean, you know your stuff, man.
You know I like to point stuff out. I'm just saying, I
Yeah. I
just feel
mean,
like a G. You
we're
know what I
three
mean?
smart
This is
brothers here. Don't
different
get it
than
twisted,
Les
folks who
Ray's,
watching
man.
us.
This
Yeah,
it
all three of
feels
us know
different. It's
stuff.
not better. It's
Yeah.
not better. It's just
More
different.
uncut.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, all three of us know stuff. So it's not don't get that twisted, folks. But Clyde, Akeem,
I like that point too about Clyde. Because you see Akeem, but it, like, to Fluff's
I don't
point,
see Akeem being that kind of dude though. It's not his
me either.
personality.
Yeah, he seems more reserved and laid
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But like Fluff is saying, if
He
you
don't
just put
gotta
his
do it.
name,
We're
that's what I'm
just
saying.
saying
Like,
he's
yeah,
doing it.
right. I'm with you, Fluff, right there. I'm with you right there, Fluff. I'm with you. I like that. Yeah. I mean, cause even you hear him come back, and Chris say he got a little work with Elijah Wan, but even goes back to the point of the last show. Where is the video of it? Why we ain't
Exactly.
seen no video of Elijah Wan getting work with Chris? Elijah Wan coming back getting some work with and why his name just skip me? Who coming back right now? For the team,
Douglas.
JoJo.
JoJo. Why we ain't seen it? That's part of the ways that they can control. Let's get some video of just him walking to the gym. Just little stuff like him walking into the gym. Oh, we got legends still here. You know what I'm
See,
saying? Like,
but
man.
now I think I'm really gonna throw a rock now. I think that's where Learfield is dropping the ball more. You know, Learfield, their multimedia rights deal what they have with UH. They're controlling content so much, and what we think, I'm not going to speak for y'all. What I think, doing a piss poor job of providing content, providing behind the scenes looks for fans to see what's going on, to see
Hold on.
legends coming back. You know,
Explain that to me, Chris, right there, because you threw me for a loop right there. Now I'm with you. I ain't disagreeing, but you just enlightened
You
me with
got on a
something.
roller coaster and you shook
Yeah,
on
well,
it.
you enlightened
yeah,
me.
You got yourself on a
Learfield,
roller
Now
coaster
you're
and started
teaching.
shaking around like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
what they doing then?
Learfield is a multimedia rights company.
Okay.
So they're in charge of bringing in sponsorship dollars, supposedly. I say that because they've been around 20 plus years with UH's partnership, but I couldn't tell. I mean, I don't see the return on investment that they are bringing to the program. But in terms of video, social media content, they're the people that put a limit on how the minutes we can provide from press conferences. You know, when it's 4 minutes from football, basketball, they're the ones who say we can't go beyond that. They're the ones who reach out and slap us on the hand, say, oh, you know, that's too long, or your video's too long on YouTube. You got to take it down. You got to shorten it under 4 minutes. Yeah, they're the ones who
Okay.
did that, or not did that, are doing that. So they're, I think, more and more, I'm going to start talking about them rather than
Yeah,
UH marketing specifically.
we got to put
You
their
know,
feet to the fire. I like that, Chris, because if they doing that, they not doing enough.
because
True.
Andy kind of touched on a little bit last week, and you know, when he said about content and limiting content, that's what he kind of meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and that's been around like 2 or 3 years. That 4 minutes, and it's total. So if
Is
you're like,
that the
if
company
you're
that controls the radio broadcast?
yes. So yeah, if you're a football practice, and if you record Coach Fritz, you record talking to players, interview players for that day, you are limited to 4 minutes total of content you can provide
Yeah, it
as a
sounds like
media outlet.
they doing more bad than good in limiting the school to be able to expand and reach more people, especially from the media, because it's in the age we in right now.
So
It's the
yeah,
media.
that's why I really think so. Now that's on us limiting the media what they can do. I hope that's not the same thing with the teams, but based on what we see on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, it makes you wonder because there's not a lot of behind the scenes content, you
Yeah.
know, with workouts and stuff. If alums are coming back, that's a fail. You're dropping the ball. You know, if we can't show it, then y'all show it. Damn. I mean,
Yeah.
because
Somebody.
why can't we show it if you're not going to show it? Especially if it's our camera, our handheld camera, our phone, whatever. We're recording it ourselves, but no, you still can't go beyond 4 minutes. What the hell? Make that make sense.
It's probably more about control.
It's control, but if you're going to control it, then you need to fill in the gap. They need to fill in the gap
Hmm.
and provide that content.
Yep.
Don't just tell
It just
us,
provides the broadcast.
you know, then y'all, if y'all are going to tell us we can't do it, then y'all do it. Y'all show the content. Y'all provide all the clips, the five. Y'all go 10, 15, 20 minutes. If we can only go 4, make that make sense, man. But real quick, brothers, I got to do this. Bottom of the hour. I'm going to play the promo spot for BS3. And we will be back in 90 seconds. But you are watching the Houston Roundball Review takeover of the lunch break Throwback Thursday style. The Takeover is powered by JM&E. You're watching on YouTube at the Houston Roundball Review channel, and we're also part of the BS3 Network. Me, Dayon, and Fluff will be back in 90 seconds.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Welcome back to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, and with me is my man Fluff McKiver and my younger brother Dayon Dunlap.
Are you saying I'm not your brother too?
Well, you are, but I said younger brother.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I mean, all y'all youngsters to me, so you know, I'm the old here. I'm the OG of the group. So
the OG.
So yeah. So, but before the break, we were talking about Learfield Communications, Learfield Multimedia Rights. But Learfield is also the company. One of the things they're supposed to be doing is bringing in revenue from sponsors. So companies, sponsorship deals, naming rights. The jersey patch sponsorship. Where is that? What are they going to do with that? When are they close to bringing in money for that? Learfield. We see 2 or 3 other Big 12 schools have announced jersey patch deals. Where is Houston's deal? Show me the money. Show us the money. What's going on here?
Right.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's the perks of going to the Final Four in the championship game. We should have
facts right there.
so much support from everyone.
Facts. From everyone. I think the easy one people would think is what Matrix Mac and HEB. It sounds like a perfect fit, but like Flip just said, like we going to the Final Four. You would think that we have some company or something to sign up, be in the patch. But yeah, I think
See, you know, that's where I am. I don't know everything. Okay. Some folks over there don't want to talk to me anymore because I keep it real. And
Over where?
Our school. You know, no. Oh no, that's not it. No. Other parts of the administration.
Okay.
But I like stirring the pot, but I like keeping people informed what's going on. Fluff, you made a great point. It wasn't that long ago we went to the Final Four. The title game.
Yeah.
So it should not be this difficult to get naming rights.
Well,
are we asking for too much money? Is that the problem? Is that it? We're asking for too much money. They don't want to meet our price. Or we don't want it for the softball team. You don't want it for all the teams. We just want it for, you know, yeah. They just want to do basketball. They just want to do football. Is that the issue? It's time, August 1st, the NCAA said August 1st, colleges can start displaying their jersey patch, their jersey sponsorship. We already know the Big 12 has a deal, a conference-wide deal with that energy drink. Well, I won't mention anymore until they start paying us. So that's one side, one jersey patch. So the other side, We need the Coogs to come up with it, get that jersey patch, get that money. If it's HEB, if it's whoever it is, but show us the money. We got 15 days to announce a jersey patch sponsorship. And maybe it's going to happen Friday. Maybe it's going to happen next week, but it needs to happen. When I'm looking at little old McNeese State announced a jersey patch deal with the football team. You know, BYU got a deal. Colorado has a deal. Kansas has a big deal with a crypto company, which don't want UH to do that. Don't do crypto. But come on, Learfield, come on, people in charge at UH, get it done. Start bringing in some money.
Learfield.
What's that?
You said Larry who?
No, Learfield and money. Eddie Nunez, all those people.
I just googled Learfield IMG Network. They say $2 billion.
So they got a lot of companies, a lot of colleges that they work with.
Okay.
But I was shocked to see that they have been with UH 20 years.
Damn.
20 years? Where's the money? Where's the return on investment for that 20-year partnership?
Where does the revenue from the game go?
And the deal that they announced last January, as in 2025, was an extension to what? 2031, something like that? 2031, 32, something like that? So Houston renewed the partnership. 20 years, what have they done?
I mean, it was there when I was there. And you know I'm old.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and naming rights for the stadium. Where's that? What happened to that?
Yeah.
I hope to get some answers. I have put on, I made some inquiries. Hopefully I get some answers. May have to do some, interviews one-on-one, off the record, whatever. But because, fellas, we are now in the Big 12. We are now in a Power 4 conference. It wasn't that long ago when we were in the national championship basketball game. We are in the third or fourth largest city in the country. So what's the deal? What's the holdup for bringing in more dollars from corporations to the program?
I think only they know. I think it's way.
See, that's the deal.
It's a mystery.
Only they know, but we need to start asking more questions.
I agree.
We media, we as alums need to start asking questions. What's going on here?
Right. I think you own to something, Chris, with what's going on with their deal with IMG. And I think you own to something with that. And what are they investing? I'm sure some Eddie Nunez and staff is looking into. I think, and because that's before his team, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, he's been here what 2-3 years? I think 3 years in August. I think.
So he was here. I mean, wasn't there before they renewed it, or was he there before they renewed it?
No, he was here. They renewed it January of 25. So he's part of the renewal.
Part of the renewal. So I'm sure. I'm not gonna say I'm sure, but they might have told him we're gonna make this renewal.
Right.
Yeah. Could have been.
So,
mm-hmm.
And we've been having these partners for so long, in which maybe he like, okay. That's an interview that I'm sure to get some answers. You own him, Chris, right there.
So, and Learfield, they have staff on campus. They're on site now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm bringing all this stuff up from a position of curiosity, but love for my school.
Right. How can we do better?
Yes. How can we do better? I want us to shine.
Wow.
I want us to excel in everything. So if there is a part missing, if there's a disconnect, let's
figure it out.
Thank you. Let's figure it out. I'm not trying to get people in trouble. I'm not trying to get people fired. I'm trying to get more money for our program. That's what I'm trying to do. So, is it going to be from Jumpman? Can Jumpman provide more money for all of athletics for Houston? There are some alums who are billionaires. Well, one in particular, but part of
Who?
it from a wealthy family. She got
Who is that?
her lawyer's, whatever it is, degree from here, from UH. Miss Randa Duncan Williams. The Duncan family's wealthy. Like everybody who's an adult Duncan is a billionaire. It's just a question of what level of billionaire they have. But there are people who maybe not be billionaires, but they have hundreds of millions of dollars of wealth who are alums. We got to talk to these folks. We got to get this done.
Yeah.
Where is our Cody Campbell besides Tilman Fertitta?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and what happened to? Because both of us said it a little while ago, like probably a year ago. We were told. I was told this. I think you said it too. That the checkbook was going to open up again
Yeah.
Yeah.
from Fertittas. What happened to that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he got it. I ain't gonna check it, speak his pockets, but I'm seeing he got his hands a little bit of everything, bringing back the comments. So I'm sure he like, damn, y'all leaning on me so much, like,
Yeah, let's go get
so
somebody else.
right where they at? Yeah,
So that's where I am, and that's what I want. I don't want Coach Sampson or Coach Fritz or baseball coach Davis, anybody else to say we're poor athletically. We're poor. I want to get to that point where we joke about it. Fluff and me and Dan and Andy be like, remember this? Remember we
Yeah.
were joking about how poor we used to be? Look at us now, man. We just like telling kids, name your price. What you want? Come on over here. Is it all you want? Come on through. Come on through. Or when little Fluff ready and Fluff say, hey, I'm an alum and all, but don't get it twisted.
I
I
need
better come
four
correct with
wins.
this price. Right, Fluff?
Oh, his went out. But man, I think you're right on it, Chris. I think what does it take? Because Fluff said, like, what does it take from this winning we getting into? Like, you get on a national stage, basketball wise, but how can you take that and then equate that to expand, well, to even to bring in more revenue? That's what we're talking about here.
Right.
Not only from basketball, from all sports, and you got the city we in. Like, what can Man, that's a $1 million question. We ain't got the answer. I mean, we can look at different things that they can do, but that's why you hire Eddie Nunez. I think he got a. I ain't gonna say it's just him. Eddie Nunez and staff, the partners, with everybody combined together. But that's the
And
question you got to ask.
here's a final note. We talked about this. Me, you, and Bryce talked about this months ago. Football team coming off a 10-win year, coming off beating LSU in the bowl game. Where's
Mhm.
the promotion? Where the marketing? Where the
Man,
billboards? Where's
man,
the the motivation to get people to buy tickets?
season
That's
ticket,
football. Football makes the college landscape go around, right?
everything go around. Yep.
So what are we doing? And who is that? Learfield? Is that
See,
the marketing? What is it?
see that aspect of it right there. We gotta look in the mirror. We as UH gotta look in the mirror
Yes.
because we've been wanting to be in a power four conference, but we moving, still moving like we in American
Yes. Hell, Conference USA sometime, brother.
conference USA. So it's like, what do we want to be? Is it we just see that man? It's so many different variables of it that goes into the fans. Who some fans are alumni, in which I don't know if they really believe that we are. And so it's like it's so many different variables that all coincide together on how some view UH. But it comes to a time to where it's like the school has to put the I think it's up to the school. I gotta say it's up to the school and staff to really, really put the brand out like we different now because they still doing the same things from my perspective that they did when they were in American. Now you can't keep doing the same things, you'll keep getting the same results, right?
Right.
So
Right.
now it's to do it a little different. Maybe we got to open up a little bit. We got to do a couple of things. We've hinted at a lot of different things from opening up for media, but now it's time to try these things. I will say this: the first thing I've ever seen Coach Sampson staff go out and actually meet alums from Dallas to the different cities. That's a start there, but you got to do more. You got to do more. You got to be innovative with it. Look from a different landscape. You're talking about going to different campuses and looking at their weight rooms, but look how they market. How does their social media ran? How are they doing? Like, why can't we adapt and adopt, I should say, some of these different things that help these schools to get to where they are?
But great point, man. We have to act like we are in a Power Four conference. We got to think like it, act like it, market like it, change the mindset of some alums and fans, and reach out to more. Stop reaching out to the same folks. Donor fatigue is real if you still talk to the same folks. If you talk to the same people all the time, they're gonna be tired of you.
Hmm.
But if you haven't talked to folks that look like us, or the folks that make six figures rather than seven figures, that's a fail. Why don't you give back to your alma mater? They don't call me. They don't ask me. They don't email
Or
me.
to add on to that, the people that continuously giving, what initiatives are you giving them to keep giving or give
Yes.
more? So I
Yes.
think it's all variables combined together.
And again, when folks watch this on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, we are alums. Okay. We
Yes.
are not talking about stuff. We're not hating.
No.
We are asking for more. We're asking for better. That's what we're asking for, better.
Because we bleed UH. Like
Yes.
we want to see it because once we going out, we want us to be the best of the best, cream of the crop. We want to see Chris on the floor bathing angel. I mean, doing
Yes.
snow angels and confetti. like we want to
Yes.
see it. And so not only are we challenging, but we're challenging for the better. Not just asking these questions just to stir some stuff up. We want to store it up and to create a recipe to where everybody loves the meal, what we eat.
Yes. And where everybody feels like what their contribution matters.
Yes.
Because you made a great point. If there are alums who stop contributing because y'all did not keep your promise to me, or I
Mhm.
don't see where my money went, I don't see, y'all told me one thing and it was another. If that's an issue, if that's a reason for a disconnect, fix that.
Mhm.
We want UH to shine. We want UH to be the best in the Big 12 in every sport possible. Whatever the name of the conference commissioner award is that goes to the most successful athletic program year in, year out in Big 12, I want to see UH win that. So
Mhm.
much so that people are like, damn, they won it again. Yeah, they won it again. What are they doing over there? I want people to look at us from the outside and say, man, they're doing everything right. Remember when they were just the little engine that could? They were talking all this stuff. Well, now they're getting it done. That's what I want. That's what I aspire to. I say all these things. We say all these things because we care. Because if we didn't care, we could talk about the Mavericks and the Pistons and keep it moving.
Right.
So, I mean, keep it real.
No, thanks.
All right, brother. Thank you very much, as always. And real quick, I'm going to say this on the air publicly so you can hear it. But yeah, hey, you and Andy, y'all have this platform here as well to
Okay.
do the Pod Slamma Jamma shows as well. And if you need my help or anything on that, getting that going, reach out. We can do that because this platform, we're going to grow together. But how can folks find you and follow you on social media, my man?
And you can follow me on all social media platforms at Dayon Dunlap. That's DAYON Also, Pod Slammer Jamma. That's PAUDSLAMAJAMA. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, all social media platforms. And like Chris just said, we're doing this because we are Coogs. Coogs helping Coogs. You want to see us to be up in the echelon of the Power Four of our conference. I mean, be a powerhouse like they market. Like, let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. And I definitely want to utilize this platform and expand even more. So I appreciate that, Chris. And we definitely gonna chop it up offline and continue to do our part to bring more notoriety to the program.
And real quick, got to do this. Hope I did it right here. All right. Shout out to the members, supporters of the Houston Roundball Review in the online business directory, the African Center of Wellbeing, BE Lead Basketball, Byron Riley CPA, the Pinto Leon Law Firm, Star Pizza, United Sports and Entertainment, VIP Realty, and the Saxenian family. If you're interested in advertising and joining them in the directory, simply email advertise@thehrr.com. One more time, advertise@thehrr.com. That will do it for this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover, powered by JM&E. Fluff hung on long as you could. It's late night for him on Wednesday, but it's all right. It's all love there, and we're going to do it again. And we're getting close, brother. It's almost time for football and then basketball. We're going to be doing the Let's Rage Coogs post-game shows after every football game and every men's basketball game as well. So much love to you, man. Appreciate you as well. And we're going to do it again. And Andy should be back from his visit out of the country, I think, by the end of this week. And then you'll see more of us on the takeover. And then Dayon and Andy will be doing Paul Samajama as well. But everyone, thank you for watching us here on YouTube via the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, as well as on BS3 Network. So wrapping it up, hit the like button on YouTube, smash that like button, spread the word about this show, spread the word about what we do, the content we provide. And it's different here on the takeover, but it's all love. It's coming from a place of love, not hate. And in conclusion, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Everybody take care. Peace.